Yeah, man. It's the 30th of August, 2022, and I'm having a really frustrating day with gang stalking and device infiltration. And so I'm gonna make a few videos about that. This first one is gonna be about biometric credential theft. All right, so you go to put your thumb on your phone and it shakes you off. Nah, not you. Try again. Nope. Invalid, right? I know my thumbprint hasn't changed and I know what's going on here, okay? And I have some theories of exactly how it all works, and I'm gonna just kind of go over all of that. So gang stalkers use your device. They're using your device and they're able through iCloud and other means that I'm not really all that certain with yet, but I know they use iCloud and I'm on iPhone. I know they use Android developers and stuff like that through Android stuff, and they can get into your device and have basic control over your device in an administrative way. Okay, you know, cellular and Wi-Fi in general. I know they can do it both ways. They're on my cellular device from Atlanta area while I'm in Ohio, and they're on my cellular device using my device for EMF broadcasts, live streams of gang stalking me, of my life, of my vision of me. They can see me, and while they're attacking me and doing stuff to me with EMF broadcasts, mind control, hologram broadcasts that they connect to and live as on mind control. They're actually in their mind, they're living as a broadcast, like the movie Avatar, how they live as that character, right? So imagine the character as a hologram broadcast, and I believe that's what the movie's based off of. You know, and you got gang stalkers that are 700 miles away that are able to live as a satellite hologram broadcast on mind control and physically attack me. And meanwhile, they're using my device and my services. They're using my accounts. Okay, so it's shaking me off when I try to go onto my phone. I could type in the code and still get into my phone, but immediately I know that they're using my device, and it becomes very frustrating because it's very blatant in my face. We're using your stuff, you know, it's like I know it and there's nothing I can do about it. So, you know, I started going to school for computer programming. That's what I need to be working on right now. I'm taking a few classes this semester and I need to be working on those. But instead I'm making videos about Howard Circle gang stalkers in Georgia hijacking my device to run EMF broadcast live streams while they attack my face because they need my attention, because I've been standing outside after work talking to somebody for too long and they feel like it's their opportunity to start having my attention, begging for relevance. All right, and you know, they're part of this gang, Viva La Crucial, and I've been talking about the people who are involved for many years, and it's all the truth. I swear by it. So help me God. Please strike me dead and curse my children if I'm lying. I swear to God, I'm telling the truth about the people who are involved with the situation. And yes, they have access to neural monitoring. But, you know, whatever, if you don't believe me, and you don't have to come on my comments saying, oh, it's the government, or oh, it's AI, or oh, it's just, no, it's not any of that. I know who it is. And there's gang stalkers everywhere, people that are not gang stalkers everywhere that have access to neural monitoring. And the reason you don't have it is because nobody wants to give it to you, for one, because you've probably been getting gang stalked and they don't want to give it to people that they've been hurting and torturing and doing stuff to. Secondly, you're not in the know about that kind of thing. If you don't know about computer programming stuff and get into that pretty deep, then you're not going to get it on your own. A lot of them have it just given to them, and then they can use pre-made programs to run and take over people's device and everything else. And they, you know, they know some basics, but they're not that smart with it. And taking over my phone with the biometric credential is a stupid thing, because it's saying, hey, haha, we're stealing your everything. And you know, and we know that there's a a trail that you could eventually figure out. So in school, I'm in my 3rd semester, and the first semester was very easy, very basic stuff. And that's kind of how they walk you into it, you know, at very first, with like, what is the internet and basic stuff. And then, you know, you got to take electives. So I've taken like music appreciation and English classes. And, you know, I've got into some programming a little bit now. And I did program design last semester and doing some web development and database management stuff. And it's going to continue to get more advanced. Now, I would assume that as I get into the more advanced stuff, and I would do more on my own time if I had time, but I just got so much other stuff going on, and it's not like I'm out partying. I'm literally just working, school stuff, and moving forward with real life goals to put myself in a situation to solve the type of problems I have and hold these people accountable. And that's definitely where I'm headed. All right, so, and I know a lot of people don't want me to have my neural monitoring because of that, but the reason is because they're so stupid, and they physically want to hurt people. They think it's funny. They think it's fun and funny to hurt people, to try to destroy people, and they should be banished from humanity by any means. So, the biometric credential thing, all right? Gang stalkers will typically have administrative control over your device, and they will also typically have a virtual clone of your device or some virtual machine hosted on your device. That's why if you go into your storage, you're usually going to find that half is always full, even if you don't have any files. Delete everything you have, half of your device will still be full or something close to that, because they're running a duplication, a clone almost of your device. Now, it's a virtual machine, and it's not going to have all of the same numbers and things, like, as far as, I haven't gotten into all of that yet, and eventually I will. But I'm speculating here that when they steal my biometric credential, it's because they want to run the EMF broadcast live stream, which they're doing like a business, okay? And the typical 4 guys that are on my channel every day, they have other people that they let come on. And I would assume that it's very likely that they make some money from those situations by, yeah, I'll let you come on and do your live stream for a split, you know, whatever you make, or pay me this much and you make what you make, or whatever, because they're going to make money by doing these shows. And, you know, or maybe they just have some people that just want to torture, and they'll, okay, well, I'll let you come on, $20. I'll give you an hour or whatever. You know, sometimes it goes on for hours and hours. Sometimes it goes on for days. Sometimes it seems like it never stops. The guy Marcus, the Howard Circle guy Marcus, you know, and he's very much in cahoots, or whatever you want to call it, with some of these more prominent gang stalkers that have some control over my neural monitoring situation that I've been mentioning for years and years. And he's all intertwined it with them. And so he's been one of the main gang stalkers on my channel for close to a decade, solely without having any interruption, like, because him and Black James were not on at the same time a lot. He would get to come on, but he didn't get to talk. And he's stupid. He always screaming in girl voices, little girl voices, and dumb little stuff. And always. It's like 100% of the time, that's his thing. He wants to say stuff at me, right? Just say stuff to beg for attention and to screaming for relevance. I want your attention. I want some relevance. He's saying all this stuff and letting off girl screams and horror screams. And he's got the other little guy, maybe even he's like his little brother or something. And he's doing that too, the one I call Birthing Yak. Because of the way he sounds, right? It's hideous. It's so hideous. And then there's the other one. There's 4 total on my channel, full time. But they have other guys on, and you know, and it's usually a torture session. It's a torture session. I was standing outside after work talking to this guy, and they had enough of me standing there talking to people. And so they started I had bullshit all over my face, and I couldn't hardly see anymore. And I kept blinking, and I could feel broadcast crawling in my mouth and in my mustache and beard. And I couldn't hardly stand it. But they were begging for my attention with broadcast. They were crawling around my face. They're begging for my attention so they can do EMF broadcast live streams. Right, so that's the other thing I wanted to talk about. I was going to do 2 videos, but I'll just make it one. They were begging for my attention, begging for relevance. They need my attention because they're trying to run a live stream. And then as soon as I walked off from the guy, I go to get on my phone, and the biometric credential's not working. Now, I believe when they're using an application that uses the biometric credential, that they have to take over my software version of my device, like my actual phone, because your phone is the hardware. All right, and then your software and your operating system and all your apps and everything, that's your software. So, you cut the phone in half and put 2 software versions on it. And that's what they do. They run their version and I'm running my version. It should just be my version because I don't consent to them. They're hacked into my stuff. Okay, and they do it so they can run these live streams. And they used to delete a lot of stuff, and they still delete stuff sometimes. They recently deleted some contacts. And, it's very common that, if I was to talk to a girl or something, that contact will just disappear. And I've made a habit, okay? And you don't formulate habits for no reason, okay? But if every day you walk out your door and somebody hurls a banana at your head, all right? Right? Every day this happens. It ain't 2 or 3 days before you walk out the door and duck down watching out for that hurled banana because it's something that happens all the time, right? And you don't just walk out your door and duck for no reason. You duck for a reason because you've learned, right? And so I'm always having stuff come up missing, especially if they don't want me talking to somebody. They'll delete that contact. And I got some family up here in Ohio. And I'm gonna go see them. Still haven't. I've been working a lot, but I think that they're afraid that when I go to see my family, that they're gonna give me money or something like that. Not that I need it or whatever, but I think I got some family that's really well off, but I don't know them that well. But great aunts and stuff that send you $100 and you haven't seen them in 20 years, right? That kind of people, right? But I feel obligated, I need to go see some of the people that I have up here while I'm up here. But they deleted the contact, and maybe that's why, because they're afraid they're going to give me some money or something. I don't even care if they do or they didn't. It don't matter. I don't know why they would delete the contact. If it's a pretty girl, yeah, they do that all the time. I've made it a habit to screenshot or write it down somewhere, screenshot and send it to myself. Because they won't just delete the contact. They'll delete the contact, delete the screenshot too. They're always deleting pictures they didn't want me to have. I go to my recently deleteds and find stuff almost several times a week, anytime I look at it. If I go and look at recently deleted, there's some stuff that they recently deleted every time, even now. Okay, I can recover it, and it's just stupid. Howard Circle gang stalkers in Georgia controlling my device 700 miles away through iCloud and otherwise. It's not cool. It's not cool. But if they're using an application to run their live stream, say they're using Robinhood. Okay, because Robinhood's a full-featured application. It has a browser in there, and if you can get into it, then you could actually figure out how to use the browser and run your live stream on. It's capable. It has the right permissions for them to be able to run their live stream on it, right? So if they're going to take over something like that, it requires a biometric credential. I think at that point they need to. Possibly. This is just theoretical. I don't know why they take over the whole device. Sometimes they just take over a certain app. Sometimes they take over the whole device. Sometimes I'll go on an application, and it won't let me because it'll say, it won't let me use my thumbprint because it'll say, we've detected a change. You have to re-log in with your regular and then re-verify your biometric credential. So it's just stupid stuff like that. And I know it's because they're using my accounts and my services and everything that's mine that I pay for. They're hacked into my device, all of my stuff that I pay for, my belongings, right? And Howard Circle gang stalkers and the rest of this group, the Viva La Crucial group, Antoine and Kimberly and Robert and Black James and what's her name, and the rest of them, you know, Tony, Jack and Jackie and all of them. All these guys, man. See, and I don't want to give anybody any ammunition because the legal systems aren't really on our side, but I'm not afraid that much anymore, really. Just about ready to go all in. But you know, I'll stack it up a little higher and get through a few more semesters, and I'll deal with it and gain the following and the support and spread the knowledge out there of what I learn and what they do, how they do it, and everything like that, and just continue to build up, right? And then when I'm ready to strike, right? When I'm ready to make my move legally, they're going to be destroyed because there's not going to be any way around it because I'm going to know too much and have too many resources and too much evidence that all of it's true, right? And there's going to be, you know, people that are big time YouTubers and stuff trying to have me on and talk about it. I'm going to have to do all of that. I'm going to have to do all of it to protect my safety and my family's safety because killing me would be like the way to get rid of me when it comes to that point. And they already know that. And, you know, honestly, there's people I think that that kind of have my back. But at the same time, I don't think that they want it to go down like that. But this is a corner that I've been pressed into, right? And I have to fight my way out of it. And aside from physical war, what else can I do? What else can I do, right? Other than, like, if I'm not going to wage physical war against these people, because obviously that's going to make me in prison or dead. All right, so if I'm not going to wage physical war, what else do I do when I've got idiots that have been on my neural monitoring, physically attacking my body with broadcasts for a decade, and they're there, okay? They're part of my life and my day, every minute, every hour, every day, every minute, every week, every year, for a decade. And these same idiots sit there all day on mind control, every single day of the year. They don't go to holidays. They don't do anything else, not AI. They're just addicted to mind control. They're laying there in their own slobber half the time. Incoherent on mind control, living as a broadcast in their mind. Right? And the broadcast could be 700 miles away and they think it's fun to attack my face. That's not cool. It's not cool to attack my face. You're not walking away from the situation. You're not getting out of it. Okay, well, you think you're going to sit here for another decade? No. No, I'll be a rich, genius, master's degree, having computer programming. That's what I'll be. All right? And there ain't no possibility that you're getting away with it. And the reason is because you persist, and you persist, and you persist every day. You'll never crack me. All right? I'll never go crazy. You'll never make me commit suicide ever. It's never going to happen. And now I'm just going to go hard. I'm going to go hard towards success every single day. And I'm going to keep learning more and more. I don't care. I don't care if it's what my life has to be. Right? And extremely successful people, it's the kind of things they do anyway. So it can't hurt. It can't hurt to do it. Right? It's already working. So that's it. Biometric credential thefts got me on a rampage tonight because these idiots, and I just made a video about it earlier this morning. I go to get on my device, and it happened yesterday. It's been happening a lot over the past 48 hours. Every time I try to go to get on my phone, they're stealing the biometric credential, and it has to do with the way that they're running their EMF broadcast live streams of hologram, satellite, mind control broadcast, gang stalking, torture. They're running a show about it, and that's what gang stalkers do. That's what gang stalkers do. And I've been here on YouTube for like 6 or 7 years. Talking about it publicly. SoundCloud before that. All right? And you've always heard me talking about it like it really is. And I promise, swear to God, it really is that way. That's why I'm still growing every day. Still growing in every way. But that's it. So, thank you for watching. You might hear me coming back again. These idiots begging for my attention, physically attacking me with broadcasts, mind control broadcasts, and stealing my services, accessing my accounts, and stealing my property, deleting files, deleting contacts, taking over my device. All of these things are happening. It's been happening with every device that I've had for the last decade. And it continues. And it's just not, it's not going to fly. It's really not going to fly. And no matter how much I have to do to learn and build up to a point where I can destroy this gang stalking culture, that's where I'm headed. All right, thanks for watching.